Good morning. I'm Dili Ayimibo, and you're on to Import-Export platform, Facebook Live from 3T Impest Trade Academy. Today we are continuing our discussion on export costing and pricing. And today we are looking at part 10. Mubarak Macro, thank you very much for joining. Okay, you're out of the country. Which part of the world are you? You've missed some things, but the good thing is that whatever you have missed is right there on our timeline, so you can always get to see it later. They are on my SoundCloud, they are on Facebook, they are on the timeline. Enoch Eju Colem, thank you very much for joining. Good morning and welcome. We'll continue from where we stopped. We are still discussing export costing and pricing. I'm hoping that this will be the second to the last episode. We'll probably have one more this evening, and then we'll be done with export costing and pricing, and then move on to something else. And today we are discussing export pricing objectives. Export pricing objectives. You know, if you're going into export business, you need to clearly define your objectives and what you're trying to achieve. It's not all about making profit, even though to make profit is great. Some don't want to be at loss, but the objective is not just being profitable. So if 5%, 10% is just good for them, there are other things they want to achieve in the market. Some want to achieve presence. There are exporters in Nigeria who are not exporting because they want to make more money. That's not the primary reason. They started exporting during the recession. You know, the recession in Nigeria was very interesting. And that's to let people know that, look, if you are into international trade, especially on the import side, you are an endangered species. Because many people suddenly realized during the recession in Nigeria that their business are now the future of their business, the progress of their business, the lifeline of their business is now in the hand of the government, in the hand of central bank. Because central bank control the foreign reserve, make available the foreign exchange, and these people need foreign exchange to be able to do their importation. And they just discovered they are not able to access the foreign exchange because of the recession. Nigeria went into recession because, number one, oil price went down. Niger Delta militants were destroying the pipes. Our major buyer, US, was not buying as much as we were buying. All this reduced the revenue, thereby reducing the forex we have in our foreign reserve. This then reduced what manufacturers are able to import into the country to be able to produce, because they don't have access to enough foreign exchange. That reduced their productivity. That reduced the GDP. Nigeria went into recession. One of the major factors contributing to that recession is the decreased earnings. So today, if you want to go into importation, you want to ensure that you have control over your earning. Sheumafa, good morning. Thank you very much for joining. I saw your missed call yesterday. Maybe you can call for us to discuss after the session I'm having this morning. Thank you very much. So it's interesting to know that, look, export is just beyond making profit. You could be doing it for other objectives, because after that recession, a lot of Nigerian importers now beginning to export, not because they were not profitable locally, because they needed foreign exchange. So they don't mind even exporting at cost, because they are doing well on the import. And the fact that their competitor is being affected with the foreign exchange, this strategy of being able to go and source forex on themselves through export is giving an advantage. So the profit in the export is not even a major concern for them. They are more interested to be profitable in the import, where they have a lot of market already. What is your objective for export? I tell people, don't export because you want to make money to feed your family, to pay school fees. That's not going to work. Because at the beginning, you're going to have challenges, you're going to have delays, you're going to have some issues. So if that's your objective, It's not going to work. You have to be ready to have other greater objectives. Over time, you're going to make money to be able to pay those bills, but if that's your objective at the beginning, you might be disappointed. And that's why many people are disappointed, and that's why the mortality rate of businesses in Nigeria is high, and for export is great. Why? The objective they have when they are coming into the business. The objective they have when they are coming into the business. And what's the objective? Just to be profitable. And in what sense are you talking about this profit? In the first instance, the producer or exporter pricing objective must be clearly identified in order to ascertain the optimal pricing that can be demanded for the product in a particular export market. Common product pricing objectives should incorporate a combination of different corporate strategies. And these corporate strategies are dependent on the characteristics and requirements of each specific market that the exporter is targeting. Your pricing objectives should incorporate a combination of different corporate strategies. What is the company trying to achieve? You have your objectives. You have your corporate strategies, and that should determine your pricing in any market. You have your corporate strategies, that should determine your pricing in any market. One of the objective number one should include profit maximization. Trying to maximize current profit by taking into account revenue and cost. Current profit maximization may not always be the best objective if this results in lower long-term profit. Trying to maximize profit now might not be a right objective. You might want to enter that market first before you begin to maximize profit. So you don't want to maximize profit from the word go. As much as possible, define your objective and let that guide your decision. Define your objective and let that guide your decision. Number two, revenue maximization. Seeking to maximize current revenue with no consideration for generating good profit margin. The underlying objective here is often to maximize long-term profit by increasing market share through lowering of cost. So sometimes you just want to increase your market share. So you are looking at long-term profit margin, long-term profit maximization, not in the short term. So you seek to maximize your revenue, increase sales volume, maximize your revenue, increase sales volume without any serious consideration of the profit margin, because you are looking at the long term. And I think this would be one of the things you should think about. Because if you are entering into a market, remember some people have been there. And remember, you are selling products that consumers will have to get used to. And if you are entering the market, you need to strategize in such a way that they will be interested in trying out your product. You also want to grab some market share in that market. And these are things that should drive your pricing. Remember, your pricing should be in line with your corporate strategy. What's the corporate strategy? What's the corporate strategy in this particular market? The challenge is that many don't even have strategy at all. They just want to make money and make profit. Many don't have strategy at all. They just want to make money and make profit. And because they don't have strategy at all, the things they do are not driven by any philosophy. The things they do are not driven by any ideology. It's just driven by profit. Such a business might just be among the statistics of failed business because the objectives are not right. Set your corporate strategy. What exactly? You have a vision, then you have your strategy. You have a vision, then you have your strategy. The strategy is the how to achieve that vision. The strategy is the how. So if you have the vision to grab a particular part of that market, your corporate strategy, if you have a vision rather, to be able to have a presence in a particular market, you now say, okay, as a strategy, we want to grab 5, 10, 15% of the market share. That is driving your objective. That look, we just want to generate revenue. Now, sometimes your corporate strategy could be that you just want to generate revenue, not even because of profit, not even because of long term, but because you need Forex to drive your transaction, your import transaction. Now, you will see from all I was saying that look, in trying to penetrate a market or in trying to do export, your objective could be that you just want, like some country just want a presence in a particular country. A presence in that country is just fine for them. They just want their product to be sold in that country. Why? They want to be recognized among the committee of nations. Why? They want to be taken serious among the committee of nations. Why? They want to create impression of the value being generated in this country. Impression. Just impression alone. You'll be amazed. And the objective of people, that's why company will start in America. For 2-3 years, they're not making profit. And they're not worried. But in Nigeria, if not making profit in 6 months, people are saying, are you foolish? Are you stupid? We are so short-term oriented. And it's a cultural thing. It's another environment that are so long-term oriented that even if they are not making profit now, as long as their objectives have been achieved, they are fine. Look at some of these social media platforms, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, that they are just interested in getting a lot of people on their platform, that if we can achieve this number of millions on this platform, we can begin to make revenue. So the objective at the beginning is, let's get more people on the platform. They are making money, they are spending money to be able to give you that access, spending money, sending money. You are the one creating content for them. Imagine, Facebook don't have content. Twitter does not have content. WhatsApp does not have content. Instagram does not have content. Users create content. And that attracts visitors. So imagine if I have a blog, if I don't create content on the blog, nobody will visit it. But individuals are creating platform that people are creating content for them. They just create a platform for you. You create the content. You create the content. The user creates content. The user visits. And the target is, through your content, they want to drive traffic. Through your content, they want to drive traffic. They make you feel nice. They make you feel good. They make you feel cool. Posting your pictures and do different things online. In doing all that, you feel great. But you know what? Their objective is for people to come and see what you posted. And then they can advertise to them. But it took them many years to achieve that objective. It's good to have a clear objective what you want and put up strategies to achieve it. Why many businesses die is because they don't have strategy to achieve the objective they want to achieve. No strategy, no plan, no strategy. They are only focusing on the goal of just generating profit. Because they don't understand the fact that doing business is just more than making profit. There's so many other things you can achieve by just running business. So if you're trying to do export also, there should be other objectives. You know, my objective, when I travel and I see African, Nigerian product on the shelf abroad, I'm excited. It gives a good impression. It tells people that these people are now waking up. They are serious because we are also creating jobs back at home. So when we are doing everything we are doing to create knowledge out there for people to be able to understand how the business works, we had other objective. And this objective is just to ensure that at the end of the day, people begin to add value to products in Nigeria. Not just adding value, they're creating jobs. So as those products are being produced and sent abroad, jobs are being created. And that's our strategy. That's why we are saying, look, why should people be exporting job and importing poverty and just ship out commodities at the expense of adding value to this nation, Nigeria? So you should have a corporate strategy, an ideology driving you. And you know what's changing our world? Ideology. You know what? There's a book I would recommend if you're listening to me and you really want to build an enduring business. It's titled Build to Last. There is this guy called Jim Collins. Jim Collins was a lecturer at Stanford. And Jim Collins was teaching courses called Building a Business from Ground Up. Every year, keep teaching different master students. So one year, a particular master student gave him headache. A lady stood up and said, Jim, I'm tired of this course. Every time you come to teach us this course, Building a Business from Ground Up, but you are using an example of Walmart, example of Johnson & Johnson, example of Boeing, example of big corporation in the US. How do we know a business that started today will become a visionary company tomorrow? And Jim says, great question, I'll get back to you. It took Jim 6 years to answer that lady's question. And he turned it into a book, Build to Last. And in that book, Jim said, businesses do not become great as a result of their CEO, as a result of their staff, as a result of their product, as a result of their services, as a result of what we usually think about. They found out most businesses that became great, and when they were doing this research, most businesses they used were more than 50 years. Most businesses that became great are businesses that have core ideology. They have value and purpose. Core ideology, value and purpose. Core ideology, value and purpose. Who are we and why do we exist? Who are we and why do we exist? Who are we and why do we exist? The purpose of a business is much superior to the goal of a business. The goal is to make profit, but the purpose is to create value. The purpose is to create value. This is very, very important. Very, very important. That you have a corporate strategy, an ideology driving the way you want to enter into that market and price your business. Quantity maximization. You remember we were discussing pricing objective in export business. We've talked about profit maximization. We've talked about revenue maximization. Now we are discussing quantity maximization. This is seeking to maximize the number of units sold or the number of customers served in order to decrease long-term cost. In order to decrease long-term cost. In order to decrease long-term cost by leveraging on the economy of scale. By leveraging on the economy of scale. You just want to sell more units so that you can drive down your cost. Sell more units to drive down your cost. Quantity maximization. What is your pricing objective? What's your pricing objective? Charles Obiora, thank you very much for joining. Good morning and welcome. Memandu Uche Mefuna, thank you very much for joining. Good morning and welcome. Aderonke Banjo Alayonde, thank you very much for joining. Good morning and welcome. And Caleb Afuakwe, thank you very much for joining. Good morning and welcome. Quantity maximization. Quantity maximization. What are your pricing objectives? Even in your local business, what are your pricing objectives? What objective are you trying to achieve? Are you maximizing profit? Are you maximizing revenue? Are you maximizing quantity? And then number 4, are you maximizing profit margin? Profit margin maximization. Profit margin maximization. Attempting to maximize unit profit margin through lowering of product quality and cost. Lowering of product quality and cost. A lot of people that import into Nigeria do this a lot. When they are trying to import into Nigeria, in the bid to maximize profit, they lower the quality of the product and thereby lowering their cost. Now, this for me is not good enough. Maybe in developing environment nation, maybe you can do it and probably get away with it. If you are going to go into an environment where quality is given the attention it deserves, where people really pay for quality and they want to ensure they get the quality you've promised, you really not be able to do profit maximization by lowering quality. Lower your cost, don't lower quality. Lower your cost, look for other way of reducing cost in order to maximize profit. Don't use lowering of product quality to reduce your cost in order to maximize profit. what is your pricing objective. Quality leadership, using price to signal high quality in an attempt to position the product as the quality leader in the market. This is what we did with PAP in the UK. Because of the quality of our packaging, we were able to ask for better price, and people are paying for it. Why? Because of quality leadership. We were using quality leadership in our pricing strategy. Even though other people dropped their prices, probably selling at £3.50, we are selling at £4, £3.7, £3.8. The same product, the same quantity, in the same market. But because our packaging is a lot better than the other competitors, we're able to leverage on that package and using quality leadership. Because we are leading in quality, we use that also to negotiate some prices from the consumers. Because we are leading in quality, we use that to negotiate some prices from the consumer. So you can leverage on your quality when you place your products side by side other products in the market. When you place your products side by side other products in the market, you can negotiate quality, better quality. If you find out that you have better quality when you place your product side by side in the market, then you can negotiate better price. You can negotiate better price. You can negotiate better price. Partial cost recovery. Partial cost recovery. Some companies that have other sources of revenue may seek to only partially recover their product cost by subsidizing the cost of from their other source of product revenue. This could be used for various reasons, including using a particular product on a loss leader basis to enter or to sustain a market position, including as a mechanism to write off corporate tax or some other business reasons. So I'm doing partial cost recovery, and with that strategy I'm selling at a loss, but I am covering that loss from other business I'm doing. Now, you know what's happening? Nigerian manufacturers were doing this during the recession. They were desperate for forex to be able to import raw materials. And because many businesses, competitors are dying already, are not able to produce already, they were able to take advantage of the market. So they needed to keep producing. If they are going to keep producing, they need raw materials. They started exporting even commodities that are not their product. They also were exporting their products to the extent that some of them don't mind going at a loss, because the profit they are going to make when they generate foreign exchange and use that foreign exchange to import raw materials, the profit they are going to make when they sell locally is much more enough to cover the losses they are making in export. But the export is helping them to generate the objective of generating forex in order to buy raw materials. Are you getting something about the objective companies can have as far as export pricing is concerned? And that your pricing should not just be about profitability. Your profit, it should not just be about profitability. It should be about being able to achieve other corporate objectives, corporate strategies, and that drive what you want to do and achieve. And this is very important. This is very important. This is extremely, extremely, extremely important. Partial cost recovery. I'm asking you the question again. In your current business, or any business you are doing, what are your pricing pricing objectives? What are your pricing objectives? We are going to discuss pricing strategy later today. This morning we are discussing pricing objectives. what are the reasons for your pricing? What are the bases for your pricing? What are the philosophy behind your pricing? What are you trying to achieve exactly? In the evening, we'll be looking at pricing strategy. When you have this objective, these are the strategy you want to explore to achieve that objective. We'll be looking at strategies, pricing strategy to achieve this pricing objective we are discussing this morning. We'll be looking at the strategy in the evening. You don't want to miss the evening edition of this program. The Import-Export platform brought to you by Treat Import Academy Facebook Live. We come every morning, 8 a.m. and every evening, 6 p.m. on weekday. And on weekends, we come 7 a.m. on Saturday and 2 p.m. on Sunday and 7 p.m. or 8 p.m. in the evening of both Saturday and also on Sunday. Folashade Ayonechi, thank you very much for joining. I hope I have not mutilated your name. I'm so sorry if I didn't pronounce the name very well. The next one is survival strategy. In some serious market situation, such as decline or overcapacity in the market, the goal may need to be to select a price that will only recover the cost and thereby enable the company to remain in the market. In such cases, survival may take precedence over profit generation. This objective only considered to be a very short-term strategy, survival objective or survival strategy, when you just want to remain in the market. And in the bid to remain in the market, you lower your price. This should be a short-term strategy. Maybe because the country is undergoing recession and you want to remain in the market. Recession will not be forever. Recession will come and go, provided the people at the helm of affairs of the country are thinking and working to get out of that recession. Because it's a short-term issue, then you can also put a short-term pricing strategy in place to survive at that time by lowering your price to survive at that time, so that at the end of the day, when the economy pick up, you can also come back to where your pricing should be. Then we have what is called status quo situation, and this is where the company may seek pricing stabilization in order to avoid price wars and maintain a moderate but stable level of profit from a particular marketplace. So you can decide to just stay and not change, even though the market situation, all these are going to be based on individuals driving that product, looking at the market and thinking about the product, and using the information gathering in the research about the product in the market and in the thinking process to come up with objective. Should we lower? Should we just maintain? Should we just maintain? Should we just maintain? Even though other people are going up, should we just maintain? You may seek a price stabilization in order to avoid price wars with your competitor in the market. Finally, the pricing objective depends on many factors. It depends on your cost of production. It depends on the economy of scale, existence of economy of scale. If you are able to sell this quantity, what price will it drop to? Does economy of scale exist in your production process? Also, barrier to entry the market. The barrier you see also determine your objective. Both tariff and non-tariff barriers in the marketplace. The product differentiation. How different are you? What's your quality? The rate of product dispersal in the market. How many variants of the same product are in that market? The company's internal resources. If you don't have resources, you might not be able to reduce your price and pay off that loss from someone else. And the product anticipated demand fluctuation over time in various target export markets. Thank you very much for listening to us again this morning. This is Import-Export platform brought to you by 3 Best Trade Academy. My name remains Dele Ayemibo. See you in the evening by 6 p.m. as we continue our discussion on export costing and pricing, and we'll zoom our lens on pricing strategy. Have a great day at work, and bye for now.